Hello everybody, welcome back. It doesn't matter where in the market we look, today's tech layoffs are going crazy. Some of the world's largest companies laying off staff at very fast and very large rates. We're seeing companies like IBM, potentially Snapchat, having questions about whether they're going to lay people off. And a lot of companies have actually already announced definite layoffs coming up. Chewy, HelloFresh, so many that we've looked at here on this channel. One big one that we're speaking about here though is going to be Autodesk, as Autodesk has announced quite substantial job cuts. They're looking to cut back on around 9% of their whole workforce. As this article suggests, that 9% equates to around 1,350 members of staff, and this is in the intention, or with the intention, to make the most of sales changes. Autodesk job cuts will hit about 9% of the company's headcount and make facility reductions too. The maker of design software wants to make the most of its shift towards direct billing and self-service sales, and this is significant. We'll get to that in a second. We already know that separately, computer seller HP has announced that it's going to be letting go between 1,000 and 2,000 employees, but today we're focusing on Autodesk. So many big companies have been laying off staff, especially in the tech sector. Meta saying that they're going to let 5% of workers go. But Autodesk themselves are looking essentially to capitalize upon and utilize the shift in model, the shift in times that we are in right now. Things are not what they were even 5 years ago. We see AI, we see so many different technologies, so many different ways for businesses to cut costs and increase profits, and of course they're going to take the opportunity. So with that being said, what do we hear from Autodesk? Well, apparently their model has evolved significantly, and from the transaction to subscription and multi-year contracts billed annually to the self-service enablement, the adoption of direct billing and more, the CEO Andrew Agnost said. These changes position them in a better position to meet the evolving needs of their customers and channel partners. To fully benefit from these changes, we're beginning the transformation of our GTM organization to increase customer satisfaction and Autodesk productivity. So many companies are wording this as a productivity shift, right? So many of these companies wording this as a way to simply make the processes better. And it may do that, it may not, but one thing is certain, it's going to save them some money. And they're aware of this, right? Essentially, the company is looking to save money. It expects 135 million to 150 million in restructuring costs before taxes. However, overall, we know that staff are very expensive, and again, laying them off, unfortunately, is a very easy way for companies to cut back on their costs. The company also announced in February, late February, that their financial reports are quite interesting. And I say interesting because there's a very strong argument in today's market for the markets generally are weakening, profits are not what they were. But when we look at Autodesk themselves, they're actually seeing an increase, right? Revenue was up 12% year over year. So it's quite interesting to see that they are cutting staff, but these companies, they're out to make profit, right? They're businesses. So when they get the opportunity to cut back on staff and costs, they're going to do it. And it seems to suit their style a bit better. So a quick summary of reasons for the layoffs. Again, it's an evolving market. There's a transition to a different business model in a way. And also there are changes in what they want to see. The company's focused on AI and cloud, shifting its resources to accelerate investments in AI technologies in its new industry clouds like Flow, a cloud-based platform for media and entertainment. So yeah, we can see a big change coming here. And these are essentially expected to be completed by the end of the fiscal year, January 2026. So big changes at Autodesk, big changes at so many companies that we're looking at. This is today's job market, guys. Again, some of the companies are looking to cut back on costs. Some of the companies are genuinely looking to make things more efficient. But one thing is for sure, a lot of workers in the tech sector are losing their jobs. And it seems to be no matter when we make these videos, no matter which market we look at, we see more and more of these stories coming out each and every day. Thank you guys, hope you enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you soon. Goodbye.